here, g'day champions, how's it going? And welcome back to this week's vendor reset, the greatest on the interweb. Now, apologies champions to get into this one a little bit late. With nearly a 10-hour maintenance yesterday for the launch of Year 6 Season 1 and some conflicting work schedules, this has been the earliest that I could get to doing this vendor reset video. This is for the week of June 11th, and today's vendor video will cover my top picks, hot ticket, interesting items, and must-buy gear for the week. Remember to show your support if you enjoy or find this video helpful. A simple like is all that it takes, and if you're not already, please subscribe. Righto champions, without any more delay, let's get stuck in and check out these vendors. Starting at our countdown vendor this week, where we do have a lefty shotgun. The rolls on this one are pretty decent. You just swap the swap speed to damage to targets out of cover. It's an absolutely fantastic gun to use in your incursions and raids. Forge holster, it is maxed out, but I'm not a fan of it, so I'm going to be passing. And we've also got the rail splitter. It is an okay gun. It is a DZ exclusive, so pick it up if you need it. Now we are at Marco at the Haven, where we've got the Grown Great, which is an absolutely terrible item. The RPK here is okay. It comes with Optimist. There's also a 511 backpack that's got armor regen, and adrenaline rush. Could be very handy, but also very situational. And that's going to be it. Fingers crossed Roy's got something, but I'm not hopeful. The Model 700 here does have the talent behind you, but it's absolutely trash. I would be skipping it. There's a new name Shotgun Thorn. The talent on it is terrible, but you can buy 20 of them to donate and become proficient. And everything else is a pass in my eyes. Inside the White House this week, the named item is the Emmeline's Guard. It's not too bad, but there's definitely better options. We'll just quickly browse through everything else. Nothing else seems that great. Let's move on. Inside at your clan vendor this week, we do have the Mop. This is a much better secondary weapon option if you do need some armor on kill. The Striker holster is pretty good. It's got weapon damage and already comes with crit hit chance. Tip of the Spear holster, no thank you, and the Aegis backpack, it's got armor regen, it could be okay. Browsing through the other items, let's see what we can spot. The Alp Summit Safeguard backpack is okay, you'd swap that weapon handling to repair skills. And unfortunately the only other thing that might be useful is this 5% crit hit chance mod, definitely worth picking up for newer players. At the Theatre Settlement, we do have the Calibre. You can pick it up here if you like. And we actually have the new named shotgun, Like Glue. It comes with the talent Perfect Brazen. Receive +3 amplified damage on the next shot with the weapon for each pellet that hits the target, if at least 4 pellets hit. Killing an enemy will provide +8% amplified damage to the next shot. This talent is terrible. If you want amplified damage on your shotgun, just use Flatline. The great thing about this though is to make it completely proficient, all you need to do is buy 20 of them and donate them. Very, very simple. Scrolling through the rest of it, the Alps gloves here are pretty good. They've already got repair skills, just swap the status to skill haste. And we've also got an 11% protection from elites mod. Remember, 13% is the max. Over at the castle, we do have the Carnage this week with Perfect Sadist. This is a pretty good one for your Trauma and Ridgeways builds. And looking at the other items here, the Uzina Mask is pretty good as well. It's got decent armor regen, and crit hit chance. The Fenris Holster is okay too if you want an all-red version, but for 90% of the builds that players are using in the game, the Picarius is always going to be better. Heading on over to the campus now, where we've got the Night Watcher. This one's got 115k armor and skill damage. And for the other items here, nothing else looks that appealing, so we will move on. Now it's time for our Dark Zone vendors, and without a doubt, this is the best item that you will see at a DZ vendor. Emperor's Guard knee pads, they've already got crit hit damage on them. Simply roll that skill tier to armor. I literally just dropped a Ridgeways armor regen build that had a piece just like this, and a lot of players are saying, what do you use if you don't have it? Well, guess what? Now there's no excuse. Get to DZ West and buy it. It's 152 DZ resources, but it is well worth it. We've also got another Like Glue here, but this is going to cost DZ credits, so skip it. And taking a look at the other pieces, nothing else interests me, so moving on. Shooting on down to DZ South, where we've got the Anarchist Cookbook. This one comes with status effect and skill damage, maybe for a hybrid, but no thanks. Quick look at everything else, there is nothing that really appeals to me. Save your credits on that Striker chest piece, and we're going to move on. And our last stop this week is at DZ East, and we've got the Carnage again. I'd be buying the other one because it's always going to be cheaper. We've also got a Model 700 here, but the attributes and the talent aren't any good. And we've got a Mask of the new gear set, Breaking Point. However, I would be saving my DZ resources. I think this gear set is absolutely disgustingly terrible. But unfortunately, that's going to wrap it up for this week's Vendor Reset Champions. Thanks for being so patient with me, and if you're interested in the daily targeted loot, it is on your screen now. But just keep in mind, because we are a little bit late, you do have a little bit less time on this targeted loot pool. Thanks to everyone that's tuned in, and make sure that you show your support by smashing the like button on this video, and if you're not already, please subscribe. Everyone's support is always greatly appreciated, and remember to stay frosty, keep looting, shooting, and giving them hell, and I hope to catch you all in the next one. I'm Plum out.